Okay, so if you're having problems with grounding issues with your e-box, this is off of a 750 sit-down ski. But the ground wires for the components, the electrical components on the inside, go to this post here. There's usually 2 or 3 wires. And then after that, pretty much I think all the black wires coming out of the e-box are the ground wire. So I have this voltmeter, I set it up to continuity, so it'll beep if you have continuity. So that means there's a connection between a wire. So if I go from this ground post to this bolt that's in the e-box, since this is aluminum, as long as you have good connections, you're going to get good continuity. So if you're having problems, you might open up the e-box, check the connections on this wire, clean it up. Then after that, the wires that are black that come out of the e-box are ground wires. This is a ground wire that's going to go to the stator. There's a ground wire on this 3-wire that might provide power to the gauges and stuff. There's a ground wire on the start-stop switch. So if you take and connect this stator wire, turn it around here, only goes one way. So now that this black wire is connected to here, I can touch. So I have continuity between this post, between this box, and the stator. So if you're having problems with it not starting or not getting power, could be, or maybe you're not getting spark, could be that this black wire here, there could be an issue with this connection, could be an issue in the wire, could have overheated. So what you can do, you don't even have to open up your e-box. I don't know what these gauge wires are, if they're 12 or 14 or 16, I don't know what the wire gauge is. But if you run a similar wire, or maybe one a little bit thicker, just from the bolts and run a wire, take the nut off the intake manifold. You know, any metal on the engine that has a good connection, you can run a wire from one of these bolts to that. You don't really want to run a negative cable from the battery post to the box. So pretty much from the e-box to the engine, you can add one, and that's going to help you. This can also work on the 650s. The 650s usually have smaller boxes, especially the stand-up ones have really small ones. But just get a voltmeter, set it to continuity, put it on here. You should have continuity to the stator. You should be able to touch the engine and it sets this off. But if you kind of want to reinforce it, or if you're having a problem, just run a wire from the e-box bolt to the engine somewhere. Intake manifold, just take a nut off, make sure you get it good and tight, and that should help you if you're having issues possibly with no spark or just no power at all. Try that.